But Ken, you had one other thing you wanted to say about the series price in Memphis and Minnesota. Grizzlies minus 134, Wolves plus 110, Minnesota 1-0 series lead.
Right. And if you heard my analysis last segment, you might be like, well, wait, why aren't you betting Minnesota right now? Like you just told us you watched game one, that you kind of liked Minnesota before the series. You didn't maybe want to bet them, but you definitely don't like Memphis. Now here's your spot. Like you got the good game one result. Like come on in and bet Minnesota. Just at these prices, I can not like Memphis, but I can also acknowledge something where it's like, even if you're listening and you love Minnesota, you love what you saw in game one, and Edwards is this just like dynamic, amazing player on the way up, and like Beverly is this guy guarding John Morant and Towns and like all this stuff, and Russell didn't even play well. Um, all the things that I don't like about the Grizzlies, well, not all of them, some of the things I don't like about the Grizzlies, like no playoff experience, head coach with no playoff experience, these are also true of Minnesota. Like these are also completely true of Minnesota. I think it just means wacky, unpredictable series. I don't think it means like Minnesota puts their boot on the throat of Memphis. Oh, you mean a team that's never done that before to anybody is going to do it to Memphis? Like, seems unlikely. Seems like something that's not going to happen. So I just think wild, wacky outcomes here. Not sure who's going to win. Not sure the order of the results. Neither team's been in anything like this before. So to try to predict like, well, they're going to show up big in game two or like whatever. That's one of the reasons I like Minnesota plus the points in game two. Because like, what should our expectations be when you have two head coaches with no playoff experience? You have two teams comprised of players almost collectively with basically no playoff experience outside of Patrick Beverly. Towns was in one series that got blasted by James Harden's Rockets. Yay. Like, thanks for nothing. So, short of one player, it's a bunch of guys who've never been in it before. A bunch of guys who've never been in it before means probably like volatile, unpredictable outcomes. So plus points, money line the other way when we get to Minnesota and the series, maybe the point spreads end up shifting dramatically. Just like maybe that's how I would play it as opposed to, oh, well, the difference is very small. Minnesota won. Now I'm going to bet Minnesota. Like, I don't feel like there's any like, sort of solidity to like what Minnesota has done in game one. I feel like it's all very unpredictable still. So that's anyway, for people who heard the first thing where they're like, why don't you just bet Minnesota? Because they have a lot of the things I also don't like about Memphis. I think we're going to get a really unpredictable situation here.